I am finishing my novel in 30 days, so welcome to day 18 of Done Draft December. So if you watched the last update for the series, you will know that I spent the last few days being very ill. And thank you guys so much for not commenting on how categorically unwell I looked in that video. You are all very kind. But yeah, I didn't really spend the last few days doing too much other than wasting away like a sexy Victorian ghost. I will say one upside to this is that I was forced to rest. I usually will not do that willingly. I basically spent day 15 and 16 of this challenge in and out of consciousness. I felt like I was a house cat the way I only saw 6 hours of each day. My fever broke though like halfway through day 16, and so I started to feel a little bit better. In day 17, I basically felt back to normal other than like this annoying lingering cough. So, you know, shout out to the old immunity system on that one. And also Dayquil. So I managed to get like a little bit of writing done on day 16 and also a little bit on day 17. But today, day 18, was the day that I really felt like back to my full self and felt like I was really ready to like lock back into this little project. And I spent that time spiraling. I went to a coffee shop, usually my hack for like locking in, and I instead locked into Paranoid Delusions because I was sitting there and I was like, you know, part one actually has a pretty satisfying arc. I feel like it ends at a pretty good spot. What if I expanded part one, maybe added in a couple other storylines and a couple other main characters, and I could make it into like a duology? And I gotta tell you, between the latte, the lingering flu, and the legal stimulants, the idea of writing a trilogy was pretty tempting. But then, after I spent my evening hemming and hawing and going through notes, I realized that I'm actually just productive procrastinating. Oh, it's so much more fun to put off the ending and look at what I already worked on instead of, you know, forging ahead into the unknown. Which, like, you know, hey, everyone does it. But it's important to recognize when it's happening. All right. So I did not get a lot of words written. Between day 16 and day 17, I wrote 912 words. And then today I wrote 725 words, which puts the grand total for the last 3 days of writing at 1,627 words. Killing it. My manuscript now is sitting at 65,990 words, about 5,000 words behind target. So great. I'm trying not to get stressed and count myself out. And I'm reminding myself that there's still like 12 days left in this challenge. Christmas is next week, but that doesn't mean the challenge is over at Christmas. I'm not Santa Claus. So tomorrow I'm really going to try to lock back in and get some good writing done in the morning. So I will see you guys for the next update. Until then, happy writing if you're writing and happy living if you're not. Goodbye. And wash your hands, you freaks.